saying what do you think? No, not what do you mean, but what do you think it means? What do you think that means? If 70% of women are filing for divorce, what do you think what do you think it means?
I think for the majority of women that file for divorces are mainly more in the white race. But if you're talking about why they feel file for divorces, mainly because they're not happy with the situation, and it could be a multitude of things. It doesn't really mean the man himself has did something what we would call wrong to them. It could be they're not happy with the situation and what they're doing in their life and what they thought their life might have came out with, for the most part.
So, can I ask you a question? We're gonna play a game, or we're gonna do a exercise
Okay.
real quick.
Sure.
Not a game. We're gonna do an
Okay.
exercise. Okay.
Sure. Let's do it.
So, okay. So, let's say you had a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and this job treated you with respect, paid you well,
Mm-hmm.
granted your PTO, you got raises on cue every year, everything, right?
Yes.
All that treated you with got a 401k pension, whatever, right? All that took care of all the bases, right?
Gotcha.
Would you leave that job?
No, me personally, no, I wouldn't leave that job. But
I wouldn't leave.
let's play another game.
I wouldn't leave. No, wait. I ain't
Let's
done.
play
That's
another
that's
game.
that's a part. That's a part of the question. So you
Okay.
wouldn't leave that job? Okay, cool.
No, me personally,
Now,
no.
okay, now, because I wouldn't leave that job. I don't think most people would. Now,
Okay.
let's say let's say you were trying to get hired for a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And going through the hiring process or whatever, and you find out that they have a 70% turnover rate, right? Like 70% of the people leave a job
Mm-hmm.
within 6 months or something like that.
Yeah.
Would you think would you blame the people or would you blame the job?
See, you want to put me in that situation like that when I know where people be in decent situations, they still leave in decent jobs.
You just said that they didn't.
Yeah.
Me,
Okay.
me,
Let's
me
take
and
the
you, me
okay.
and you agree,
I'm in
Joseph.
the
Hold on,
military.
I got you, Joseph. Wait, back it up a little bit.
Let's
Back it
back
up a
it up.
little bit.
You just asked me about a job. I'm just going to tell you, I was in the military.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the better jobs out there when you do 21 years. If
Okay.
you stick it out, you
Okay.
do 20 years and retire.
Okay.
Most people didn't stick it out and do 20 years for whatever
The
reason.
military ain't that good of a job, brother. It got a lot of benefits, but the military is the
Yeah,
fucking
that's what I
military.
said. Didn't I just say the benefits after 20
I know,
years?
I know, but I'm saying, but you miss what I'm saying.
No, you
It's
missed
not.
it.
You can't compare it to the military because in the military there's abuse, there's disrespect, there's a bunch of. It's not a good job. It's just you get good benefits. It's really not a good job. The job I described, you don't get abused. They respect you. You get paid what you're worth. You got a pension. You get all the benefits, and you get the respect. So why?
Uh,
So you wouldn't? And you and I both agreed we wouldn't leave that
were
job,
you were you ever in the military?
sir. This is not the point. We're not even talking about that.
You just
Like
told me it
you,
wasn't a good job, and I'm telling you, I'm reaping all the benefits of being in the
sir. I'm
military.
not stupid. I know. We all know what my uncle was in the. You think I ain't? I don't know people that are in the military.
You just said it wasn't a good job though, and I'm
It's
trying to tell you
to
it
me.
was.
It's not being
To you, it's not.
disrespected. Yeah, to
Yeah,
me. To
to
me.
you, it's
I'm gonna
not.
tell you what's a
Okay,
good job. I'm gonna tell you what's a good job. It ain't
okay,
about how much you get paid. Right?
okay.
That's a part of it, but it's not. That's not the end all be all. It ain't about your pension. It ain't about nothing. If you get respected on your job and you get paid well, that's a good job. Minus one of those things, not a good job. And in the military, you most certainly get disrespected. Beyond what the military actually does, we don't want to have that discussion, right? I ain't going to talk about that. But the job, what your roles are, how you get treated, how you get abused, how you get used. That is the problem, and most of us do, by the way, brother. Most of us do. We live in a capitalist society. We're all getting abused and used for the
Yes,
most part.
that's what I'm saying. So you're gonna have abuse in every
That
well,
doesn't make it right. That doesn't
most
make it
things you
right.
do.
But it doesn't make it right.
So,
It
so
you and if you have the
okay,
right to
let's
leave,
bring up. Can we bring up Kevin Costner?
no. What I
You
want you
don't
to
want
do
you don't
though,
want
because
to
you
be
haven't answered my question yet. So what I want you to
okay.
do is, can you answer the question?
What question?
If
What's
you were trying to get hired at a job, and you found out that 70% of the people on that job were quitting, would you in using your logical brain, your critical thinking skills, would you think it's the people or it's the job? What conclusion would you come to more than likely?
I would evaluate it for myself from
Sir,
both sides.
please answer the question, Joseph. It's really not that hard.
I'm
You don't got to dance around it.
evaluate it for myself. Tell you the truth.
You don't got to do that. You don't have to do all of that. Just answer the question. Come on, brother.
I'm telling you what I would do.
You wouldn't do all of that. I'm telling you what you would think. I'm asking you, what would you think? No, you can't skirt the question.
At first, if I'm just hearing people just quit, of course I would say,
sir,
I would.
Joseph,
can I answer the question?
No, you can't. You're not answering the question. It's really like a yes or no question. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't need a whole. I don't need.
I would say yes. I would think it was the job that was bad. But
okay, cool. Okay, cool. That's all. That's all we needed to hear for this argument, right? For this discussion.
Let's go.
So, so the beginning part was, if the job was treating you and I well, we both agree that we would stay on the job forever. We wouldn't leave. We have no reason to leave. Yeah. And then secondly, if we saw or we came across a job or we found out that any company had a 70% turnover rate, we would naturally conclude that it's probably not the people, it's the job. The job is the problem, right? So let's apply that same logic. Let's apply that. Hold on, Joseph. Now let's apply that same logic to divorce rates. If 70% of women file for divorce, why would women be filing for divorces if the men were healthy and happy and treating them well? I'm not saying no. I'm not saying that never happens, Joseph. I'm not saying that never happens.
There's something better from them on the outside.
I know. Okay, cool. So what percentage of women would that account for? 2%? 4%?
I would say for most of them. I would say most of them.
But that's not logical.
That is logical. You just asked me a question.
And you just contradicted yourself. No, the same. I just told you. Let's apply that same logic.
You said, why would they do it? And I said they would do it because they thought there's something better from outside of the marriage.
Yeah, but most women aren't. Joseph, do you know that most women don't get remarried after they get divorced?
That, but that doesn't mean they don't think there's something better.
No, they absolutely don't. They get divorced going, I'm never going to get with another man again.
There's something worse for them outside.
They go. I don't know if you ever heard the old term, I can do bad all by myself. The women go, and they don't leave and do bad, but I'm saying their thought process is, it can't be worse than this.
Yes,
it's probably going to be better if I leave.
Better for them outside, no matter what it is.
Not a person, though. Yeah.
I didn't say it was.
Hold on, wait. Okay,
I said it was something better for them outside.
Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood what you were saying because that seemed pointless to say. Because obviously they thought.
Because you asked me why they leave, and I said that because they think they think their life will be better with them outside of divorce. Okay.
Obviously.
That's what they think.
Obviously.
But in reality, it may or may not be.
But in most cases it is.
But if you're asking me if somebody's abusing you or something like that, of course I'm not saying somebody should stay with them.
But majority of the time they're getting abused.
Say again?
The majority of the time they're getting abused.
The majority of the time?
Yeah. Financially, emotionally, physically.
Oh, so we involved in everything now.
All forms of abuse? You only care about one form of abuse? You think if you don't cheat and you don't beat and you got a job, you good to go, right? You could call. You could tell her shut the fuck up and sit in the corner. You could hold on. Wait, Joseph. You could hold on. Hold on. I didn't say men didn't. I didn't say men didn't.
You didn't say that.
But you don't even need to. We're not talking about Joseph. We're not talking about men right now because men don't file for divorce at a 70% clip. So we're talking about the women. The women you brought up, right? So based on that logic, again, men and women get abused. Okay, but based on the numbers. If I'm just being fair, it looks like, let's say men get abused 30% of the time because that's why they leave. And the women get abused 70% of the time and that's why they leave. You see what I'm saying? That seems logical to me.
What you're saying, yeah. But we don't know if that's,
let's use our critical thinking. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to know everything. You do not live your life based on the things that you absolutely know. That's not, nobody could. You wouldn't go anywhere. You wouldn't do anything. You see what I'm saying? So you use critical thinking every single day. So let's keep using it right now. Let's not shut it off to make a point.
I use critical thinking, but if you're asking me a stat and I'm saying, well, can I investigate the stat? And it's like, bring it back and say, yes, this is what we have. Let's just say CDC numbers. The CDC saying, yes, this is a stat. Men and women get abused at this stat and that like that. Yes, I would do that. That's just me.
So at the end of the day, the point is that the reason why the women are leaving is because they're being abused, they're being neglected, which is a form of abuse, they're being financially abused, they're being manipulated, they're being verbally abused, they're being emotionally abused, and they end up leaving the man the same way. If you and I were on a job and the job was doing that to us, we would probably leave, even if the money was good. For the well, you stayed in the military, but I would leave. That's why I can never sign. I would leave because I'm not. You're not about to sit there and abuse me. Like I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah. Every job has a form of, you could say, abuse. But yes,
I don't get abused on my job, but yeah, most jobs do. Yeah, I
yes.
agree.
Okay, I can't say every job because then you're gonna say, well, no, not every. But yes.
Yeah, no. I mean, let's be real though. I'm just being honest. Like I have been with companies in what I do, which is in sales, and I have been abused on the job. Like I've had managers yell at me and stuff like that, and I left. I quit. Right. Then I got to a place where that never happens. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not getting abused on my job. They don't take advantage of my time. My schedule's good. Like, you know what I mean? It's good. Right. You always want to make more money, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? But that's about it. Everything else is on the up and up. You know what I mean?
So can we say that both men and women do abuse each other, and not just say that
Do kids abuse parents sometimes?
Yes, kids abuse
Yeah.
parents.
Okay. Yeah, no. Kids abuse parents. Who abuses? But who abuses whom way more?
If we had to say yes, men, because they're more stronger, they would abuse women more.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's stick way more, not even close. So let's stick to
way
that.
More, okay.
Way more, not even close.
Okay.
Because it wouldn't make sense the other way. You just said it.
I didn't say men. I didn't say the other way. I said more.
No, I know. I'm saying way more. I'm saying even just based on this example, on the example you gave, the 70-30, I'm gonna say it's 70-30, but I think it's higher than that. But let's just say for argument's sake it's 70-30. Let's just say we took those numbers at face value to represent the amount of abuse because that's typically why people leave marriages, is because of abuse, some form of it, right? So and since men file 30% of the time, and since women file 70% of the time, and you have to account for the times when the men wanted to leave too, but then hold on, wait, Joseph, hold on, wait, let me finish. And you have to account for the times when the men wanted to leave, but the women still filed, right? Because he didn't want to do the paperwork, or he was dragging his feet, but he was ready to go too, right? And she filed the paperwork. And then you gotta hold on, and then you gotta go on the flip side where the man files for divorce, but the woman wanted to leave. You know what I'm saying? So let's say those numbers cancel each other out, or they're roughly around the same. Cool. So let's just take it 70-30. That's what I think the ratio is. If I'm being honest, I think it's higher, but just for argument's sake, I'll say 70-30, right? So that proves to me,
we can say that.
Yeah. So that proves to me that men are at the core of the vast majority of breakups and divorces.